What's going on, everyone? How are you doing? Kate slid back into first. Hello, me lord. What up, T-Bone? It's Friday. Did everybody get their free Slurpee today? If you did not get your free Slurpee, stop watching the show, turn it completely off, and go get the free Slurpee you deserved. Then bring it back to wherever you are, and then watch this show while drinking your free Slurpee. Kate says, I got my tattoo done today. I'm hurting. Oh. What up, BK? I am big. I am bald. I am a man. Beautiful. That is in the eye of the Scotch holder. I got the new Mountain Dew one that they had. It was here in Santa Barbara. It was all right. I forgot how much I hate sugary drinks. You don't drink scotch, so what now? Now we get you to drink scotch. Obviously. Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. I can't wait for tomorrow. Sumo is upon us. The opening ceremony is today, but there's no actual fighting today. So if you do want to catch the religious part of the religious and I'm not going to say political, but the structure part of sumo. That's on, I think, within this hour. He drinks deer pea beer. I guess it's better than goat pea beer. I will be extremely tired for the next 15 days. I will be staying up till 1 in the morning almost every single day to watch sumo. I am very excited about this basho, and every one of you should be too. PBR's all right. I drink PBR when I used to drink PBR when I went home, but then one of my favorite bars closed down. And I don't feel right drinking PBR now that the pink is gone. Boy, it just makes me sad to think about it. They did catch the person, by the way, and I was right. It was arson. It was not it wasn't an inside job. It was somebody that got denied entry, decided to burn the entire 85-year-old building down. They're caught, I believe. They're in jail awaiting trial. Which, they have them on video. Not much of a trial's going to happen. It's straight up arson. But today I went shopping, which was awesome. So there's food at my house. I no longer have to dumpster dive, which is a positive. I had a cheat day today. So if I go to the our grocery store is called Vons. Same company as Albertsons. If I go to Vons and I'm hungry, I end up spending $300 in food. So I went to Panda Express beforehand, spent the $15, and then only bought $125 worth of groceries, which is a big difference between that and $300. So as long as I make a habit of eating before I go grocery shopping, I buy substantially less. Oh, you cannot cheer on your own channel. I know. Then don't have the thing saying you should cheer. Jerks. Kate! Kate, you, BK, and I need to conversate. I am getting ready to get into more streaming at home, but I can't stream the top of the line games because I have a very inexpensive computer. What I can do is stream most games. So I think the three of us need to talk about streaming. And you can give me some pointers since, Kate, you are one of the greatest gaming streamers on the planet, not named Ninja. Actually, I shouldn't even say that. Ninja's a joke now. She's like, I went back to my channel and I got this notice that said, "Hey, you need to update your payouts." So the when I streamed, I didn't even stream games. Blind doesn't even stream anymore. No, but you play a lot of games because I watch Donkey Sean, and you're always on Donkey Sean. I don't mean you're on Donkey Sean. I mean you're playing games with Donkey Sean. So I get this stuff like, hey, you need to update your payment. We noticed that your payment method is expired. And I was like, oh, well, I haven't made any content in a very long time. You had to make it weird. I'm just clarifying. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I haven't really streamed other than the protests. I haven't streamed since 2023 on that channel. So I was like, okay, well, it's not because of revenue. I just need to stream. I just need to update the thing. And I don't subscribe to any of the plus things. Like that count other than the protest is completely dormant. So I go and I update to my new account because that old account I got rid of. I updated it to my account. And then it says, great, your payout should be available in a week and a half. And I'm like, what payout? So I go through all of my stuff. And I don't remember what I had the payout threshold set at. I was like $200 or something like that. I don't remember. And apparently, my videos that I from the protest generated $3 in revenue. And those $3 were enough to hit my threshold. And I have a $201 payout coming in a week and a half. That very pleasant surprise. I'm not like angry that I'm getting a payout from Twitch for $200. But apparently, from when I was streaming and doing the game show, for those who didn't know me 3 years ago, technically, 3 years ago, I used to host a game show every Friday. I think it was on Friday. It was either Friday or Saturday. I used to host a game show. It was called Fugs, Fairly Unknown Game Show. And those who remember it was a really good time. We had a lot of fun. And I would out of pocket buy prizes. They were dumb prizes, but they were prizes for people that played. And it was a trivia game that I made very difficult to Google. And apparently, the last game show I did, it was Saturday night. Okay, Don would remember. Don always played when he could, when he wasn't busy beating up machinery. And apparently that show and then the rewatches from just me talking and yelling into a microphone over the 2 years that I have not been streaming on that channel, the revenue from the old videos and the revenue from the last video, which coincidentally I think was the beginning of the month, so a bunch of people subbed. And then all of the videos in the last 2.5 years, plus the $3 from last month, generated $200, which made me think, why am I not just making $200 a month, which is about what I made, doing this and playing games and swearing, because I can't swear here. Shit gets censored. And I need to do that. I need to start streaming. I need to play games so people can see. Believe it or not, folks, I'm actually really funny. And I'm really funny when I'm stringing explicatives together. Fugs very well could be coming only 1G. F-U-G-S. Fugs very well could be returning if I can find the software that I had installed in my computer that hosted it on Twitch. It would have to be Twitch only, because I remember people on YouTube could not play the game. If you don't know what Fugs was actually an interactive game show where if you are on your phone, I think it might even worked on your computer, the answers would pop up and you'd have to select on your screen the answer to that, and it kept score, and at the end whoever had the highest score won. All the heavy hitters are gone, you stand a better chance. Don, you were always in the top 5. Oh, you did have that really bad run for a while. You did have a bottom of the barrel run for a bit. It was Trivia Sapphoros. And I wrote the questions in a way that you couldn't Google them in time. I gave you, I think, 10 seconds to answer. It's either 10 or 12. And I would write them where if you Googled the question as it was written, it would not give you the correct answer. Yeah, Don's like, I won once because everybody else was just me playing. But I specifically wrote them in a way that you would not be able to answer them by Googling them. And if you did Google them, see, it wasn't about how many you got right. It was about how fast you got it right. So I would write them in a convoluted way that if you did Google it and get the right answer, you would be light years behind somebody that actually knew it, and they would be getting more points because they would answer it faster than you. Ergo, it didn't pay to Google. Mel and I had a good battle for last place going most weeks. She's not a trivia person. So I'm thinking about if I can get all of the stuff that I used to have ready for Fugs, I would gladly, because that was a good solid, 25, 30-minute bit once a week. And then playing games outside of that would be fun. I would probably have to get rid of the name Uncomfortable Truth and switch it to something else. Once got accused of reading the cards in a trivia game we had before we played the game. Sapphoros, you strike me as one of those people that would play Trivial Pursuit twice and just memorize all the answers to all the cards because you played the game before. Like, oh yeah, I've played that before. And then as you question, you'd be like, yeah, the answer is this. Or they'd be in the middle of reading the question, like, oh, I already know it's going to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Memory doesn't work like that. My memory doesn't work at all. It's more like an Magic 8 Ball. You just reasonably, and it's, 1 out of every 12 times, Puck Duco today. Is that like Sudoku with hockey players? Ah, I see. I used to play Sudoku. Then everyone started playing it, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like Wordle. Wordle got famous, like, I don't want to do this now. Everyone's doing it. Once everyone starts doing it, it's like, I don't want to. It's lame now. You might like Immaculate Grid better. You play NHL, NFL, NBA, or MLB day. Hmm. If it forces me to use my brain, I probably I'm resigned to not use my brain as much anymore. I've just decided to coast through anything that requires thinking. I'm finding it much easier than asserting myself. Speaking of, what does my schedule look like this month? Nope, I can't hit that button. 99116. Hmm. Okay. All right, today is 7-Eleven, Slurpee Day. San Diego Comic Con is the 23rd. Helps you wake up? Well, that's a good reason. I have a hotel the 25th, so 2 weeks from today. Oh, it reminds me, I'm not going to be here 2 weeks from today. I'm going to be in San Diego. I have a hotel for Friday and Saturday night. So that's in 2 weeks. Tomorrow is the ice cream, the Illuminati ice cream party. And then I'm not going to be here for a lot of August. I don't think Doug and Trevor know that yet. Should probably mention that to them. Stay classy, San Diego. Yeah, next month is going to be busy. See, the baseball one's getting posted on the A's subreddit sometimes, and people will put players that played like 3 games for them for half the slots. Are you really going to make me look up what this is? Probably not. I'm finding very little joy lately. Make this small enough to fit over my screen. Puck Doku. Guess NHL's players based on name, team, season, and stat. Choose wisely. You only get 9 shots. Yeah, I don't know hockey good enough to do that. Now, football. I could probably name players by their stats. So Don said, immaculate grid. Oh, there it is. Immaculate grid. Football. All right. I think this is safe to put on the screen. Let's go through this. Let's get rid of that. Immaculate Grid Football is a daily trivia played by blah blah blah. How to play. Select a player for each cell that matches the criteria for that cell's row and column. You have 9 guesses to fill out the grid. Each guess, whether correct or incorrect, counts as a guess. There's a new grid every day at 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. Player cannot be used twice. Players may be active or inactive. NFL, AFL, or AAFC. Oh, goodness. Oh, man. For team and team cell, player must have played... Player must have played at least 1 game in the regular season or the playoffs for both teams. For team and award cell, the player must have won the award in a season he appeared for that team. All-Pro only includes first team Associated Press All-Pros. Hall of Famers must be included into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. When Hall of Fame is paired with a team, the player must have played a major league game for the team in question. When first round pick is paired with a team, the player can either be drafted by the team in question or drafted with another team and eventually played with that team. For the team and season stat, must have recorded that stat on that team. Players who played on multiple teams in a season, that stat must have been recorded by that time. For example, 2022, Chris McCaffrey rushed over 1,000 yards in a season, splitting Carolina and San Fran. He would not match for 1,000 yards on either Carolina or San Fran. Interesting. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Excuse me. I've never read the rules before. I'm sorry, I want to know what I'm doing. So, made a field goal. So all you got to do is select somebody that made a field goal for the Falcons. Somebody made a field goal for Washington, and somebody made a field goal that went undrafted. And then somebody who played for Tennessee and for the Falcons. And somebody who played for the Dolphins and the Falcons. And somebody who went undrafted to the Dolphins. And somebody that went undrafted to the Titans. Mm. Okay. Oh, goodness. I probably need some more alcohol for this. The undrafted part is a little tough. That does the undrafted gives it a very high degree of difficulty. Made a field goal. I mean, just name the current kickers for both teams. Boy, I wish it was Dolphins. I would absolutely put Wes Welker there. So, okay. Oh, I am not mentally prepared for this at all. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. Let's do this dry. That's the low hanging fruit. You're trying to get as close to 0 for a final score as you can. Got it. Tennessee Titan. Now, here I should have. Hold on. Wait a second. I gotta go to the rules again. Now, does the Titans also count as Houston? Or do they have to be Titans? Team as far as played at least one. I guess it's going to have to be that specific team. Oh, it will? I didn't know I could click on the Titan logo. Oh, hey, look at that. It does tell you. Hey, now. Oh, boy. Miami's always been Miami. Atlanta's always been Atlanta. Oh. Do I want to embarrass myself right now? All right, I got one right. I'm 100%. I don't even know if I would even. I don't even know if I would know any kicker for the Redskins. You play early in the morning to give yourself a better score. See, that's big brain stuff. They technically should adjust scores at the end of the day then. Well, I know Tanny played for Tenney as well as Miami, but I don't believe Tanny played for the Falcons. Who was kicking for them in the Bills? See, that's the thing. I don't remember who was kicking for him in the Super Bowl. That's the rub. I remember Mark ripping rainbows, or catching or ripping rainbows to Art Monk in the Super Bowl. But I don't remember it was kicking the extra point. So, I do know a guy I used to work with kicked for them in the offseason, but that doesn't count. Yeah, Fitzpatrick played for almost everybody, but Fitzpatrick did not play for the Falcons. Fitzy played for the Dolphins, the Jets, the Bills, the Bengals. I want to say he was drafted by the Rams. Fitzy played a lot of teams. I love Fitzpatrick, by the way. He's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. The dude's just awesome. Good old Fitzmagic. So, the answer for Miami. Oh, what is his name? I actually would know this one. They made an entire Disney movie about him. I want to say his name began with a J. He was a special teamer. He had a weird last name. Bobby Boucher Jr. Ha ha ha. The Water Boy. Or was it Frank? Might have been Frank. Oh, goodness. I can picture his face, too. He looked like a man. Actually, no, I think that was Philly. Never mind, he played for Philly. He did not play for the Dolphins. He played for Philly. Because I remember the fans were terrible, and that is Philadelphia. Shout out to Bourbon. By the way, if you were not aware, we still have the Alex Ross, the TMNT, the cell service, and the signed sealed. Someone is going to watch a VOD and then scream at their screen. More than likely. Maybe this is harder than I thought. What up, Brent? How you doing? Just 2.5 away. Oh. All right. So I know a lot of Dolphins players because we played them all the time. I would say Doug Williams, but that was Tampa and Washington. Mike Vick was the Jets and that. Anaheim. I know where that is. Good, man. Glad to have you here. You got some good weather going on. Did Fitzy might have played for it. Oh. Oh, no, that's Kirk Cousins was Washington, the Vikings, and the Falcons, but not the Dolphins and Tennessee. All right, so backup quarterback. Let me think here. Backup quarterbacks are going to be the easiest ones because they travel. But do they ever play games? That is the question. Tennessee had a quarterback that went to the Falcons. Fitzy might have played for Washington, but I don't know if I want to waste Fitzy there at the moment. When you go through all 8 shots and get your score, then you can look up at the answers, and that's usually when the cursing starts. No, I bet. Buffalo Bills had a kicker that went to Washington. I'm also trying to think where we got Steve Christie from. I think we should try Fitzy. I'll get there. I'll get there. Listen, I don't have Jimmy. I can go 5-6 hours tonight if I have to. And if somebody buys something and I open it, that'll give us a nice break in between. Maybe I will bore somebody into buying something. Somebody was undrafted and kicked a field goal. That to me is bonkers. Don's like, I'm emotionally invested now. See, it's funny. I said, I'd probably do really well if it was football. I know a lot of people. But then when you get put on the spot, you suddenly lose all context of all the people you know. Here's the thing. I could look at a roster. I could look at a current roster and tell you where half of those players played. That is a true story. Once I see names, I can tell you where they've been. It's generating the names out of thin air that is difficult. Where was Chris Johnson before he was a Titan? I thought he was drafted by Tennessee. I have his rookie card somewhere. That's why the cursing starts when you look at all of the answers. For example, there could be 80 players that have played for both. After, yeah. CJ went somewhere afterwards. All right. I think the best route is to take each column individually. So let me focus on the Falcons. A Falcons player that played in Miami. A Falcons player that played in Miami. Oh, me see. Let's start there. Falcons. Miami. It's not Miami. I know a coach that has been to both. This is way harder than I thought it was going to be. Jerick McKinnon has been to about 4 teams. That is a backup running back. See, if this was the Steelers, Don and I would be done already. If it was the Bills, shoot, I can name everybody from the Bills. I mean, Bills Washington is easy. London Fletcher. All right. I am, the Steelers may struggle, but could eventually get there. Let me ask you this. Is it cheating to look up a name just to look at it? Ah. So that could be my workaround. Oh, I'll get there. I promise. I'm trying to think. It just happened about... It's just a few years ago. There was a quarterback that went from Tennessee to the Falcons. Oh, we will definitely do hockey and baseball after this. Now you've got me emotionally invested. This is all of y'all's fault. So he was a quarterback and he was fast. He had like a 97-yard rush for Tennessee. I don't think it was Tannehill. He was a former first-round pick. Marcus Mariota. Booyah. Thank you. Lord Brownie gets an assist. I don't think I'll be able to answer any undrafted players. Was Wes Welker drafted? Let's I'm going to get these wrong anyway. So this is one I expect to get wrong. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah. Again, nuggets just floating around the old brain. I stunned myself on that one. So Warren Moon played for Houston. After he broke his thumb, he went to another team. This is the key. Do bad in the beginning, but you will see the same questions again down the road if you continue to play. Valid. Honestly, it might have been the Vikings. Welker would have been probably the best made a field goal undrafted you could find. Because Wes Welker kicked a field goal for the Dolphins. That happened. I should have tried Wes Welker here. I bet you that would have been a 1%, less than 1% answer. If somebody goes to this who hasn't played it today, put Wes Welker right here, and you can thank me later. Because Wes Welker kicked a field goal for the Dolphins. Less than 1%? Yeah, I don't think many people know that. He was a wide receiver that kicked field goals. He kicked one. Two. I think he has 2 career field goals. I know he has at least one. He caught a touchdown, kicked a field goal, and returned a kick for a touchdown in the same game or something like that. You will see in the answers what percentage they are. Okay. There's a wide receiver that I remember not long ago going from Tennessee to Washington. I cannot think of a single kicker. Goes to show how little people care about kickers. I want to say Christie was in Washington. He was not in Washington. Okay. Since Doug Flutie came from Canada Football League, does that count as undrafted? Doug Flutie was... I thought the Patriots had his right. He kicked a field goal. He did a drop kick. That was a drop kick. Would they consider that a field goal? I mean, let's use it. I thought for some reason he had the rights with the team. No, that doesn't count. His drop kick, for future reference, folks, his drop kick did not count. Because it was not a field goal, it was an extra point. Ho, ho, ho. There it is, Saporos. He was drafted. Was it? Who was he drafted by? The Rams. There it is. 11th round. Wow. We're all learning something, right? There you go. Educational. How do I not know? The Buffalo Bills had a kicker not long ago, maybe 15 years ago, that went to Washington. I know because I have his card on Washington. He signs all of his signatures with a biblical verse thing. He could have. And now I got to remember that kicker's name. I know, well, right? Doug's finally got back from his East Coast tour. He was looking at colleges with his oldest son. And they were trying to come up with the top 5 colleges. I think BC, speaking of Doug Flutie, I think BC and Rutgers were his top 2. His son is wicked smart, and he plays football, so he can go to any college he wants. Wicked smart. Only if he goes to BC. If he doesn't go to BC, then he's just smart. Oh, what is his name? Like, really? You can just type in a letter and that'll take you to all of the teams, all of the names? I feel like that's cheating. But I guess recognizing the name, you'd have to know whether they played for those teams or not. And that's definitely not all the S's. Because Stoyanovich is not on that. This is definitely cool. All right, I'm just going to burn through these without giving up. Let me see. What is... I wouldn't know a single person not drafted that played a game for Tennessee. Wes Welker would have been the perfect answer here. Oh. Boop. Boop. There it is. Wes Welker. 1. Vinatieri was undrafted. That's bonkers. Warren Moon was undrafted. I had no idea. Wow. That is learning something. Warren Moon and Adam Vinatieri were undrafted. That is what I learned today. All right, I'm going to have to sign up for this now, you jerks. I blame all of you now. Sapporo's like, ha! Got him! You really overestimate my hockey knowledge. I mean, mine would be all like 80s and 90s players. I don't know crap about anybody now. But we'll do it. We'll jump in. Oh, enter my birthday. It's in a couple weeks. All right. Thank you. Dwayne Jetski. Okay. We got the Avs, who were also the Quebec Nordiques. We have the Hartford Whalers / Carolina Hurricanes. You got the Anaheim Mighty Ducks and the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. And then you have the Minnesota Turds. Um, Kaprizov. Oh, it's IR. That's why. That's why. Ducks one team is a loophole. Only played one team. There you go. That one's for you, Don. That one is for you, homie. Shout out to one of my best friends, Don. That one is solely for you. Gordon Bombay. You used my, I bet you did. It's one of the most famous one-teamers in history. Oh, man. Which former Sabre played for Carolina and got 20 goals? Trying to connect the players? Yeah, we're looking for a player that scored 20 goals for Carolina, who only played for Anaheim, somebody who played for either Quebec or Colorado, but also played Minnesota. You think Sanderson scored 20 goals? Yeah, Stahl, but I think everybody would choose Stahl. We're going for low, right? You think Oho? Ronnie Franchise. Seven. Woo! That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, man. I will have to lean on a Ducks fan. There's a better one for Wild Kane? The computer's going to think I know a lot about hockey now. That was Paul Correa. I was trying to think where Getzloff played. Timu. Think of the most famous Rick Jenneret call. Oh, which one? Top Shelf Where Mama Hide the Cookies? Mayday? Brad May got around after he broke his hand. May would have been better, yeah. I didn't know May played for Colorado, though. Avs Wild, spit it out. Multi-cup winning Nico Sturm. Good old Nico. Doug Waite. Oh, man. Where is Dangle? Dangle would have all of these answers. Uh, 30 homers in a season. Springer? Altuve? Oh, let's go older. Let's go older. Let's go with a Hall of Famer. Houston Hall of Famer. He has a son who currently plays the baseball. Lance Berkman. You know who would be good at this? Trevor. Trevor would be good at this. You're telling me Biggio never hit 30? Wow. Get him out of the hall. Get him out of the hall. Revoke his status. He's a bum. Did Nolan Ryan ever have less than a 3 ERA? Go Verlander. I know Verlander had a low one. You were too scared to guess Nolan? Well, back in the day, the ERAs were way different. Yeah, it could be Garrett Cole. I'm wondering if it is Nolan, though. Of course, you'd have to assume a lot of people would think Nolan. I'll go Garrett Cole. I mean, you could go Verlander here. Verlander had to have less. Let's talk about Toronto pitchers while we're talking about pitchers. I don't think I didn't really follow Toronto very much. I was a Mets guy in the 80s. All right, let's get to homers. Those should be a lot easier. A Detroit Tiger that hit 30 homers in a season. How about Ty Cobb? Cabrera did. I feel like Ty did. Well, no, because he stole a lot of bases. He was on base a lot. He did not. His average season was 6? Get Ty Cobb out of there, too. All right, 30 homers for the Blue Jays. Vlad, yep. Vlad Sr. or Vlad Jr. Jr. did, because Jr. did it not long ago. Springer also did after he left Houston. Toronto first baseman. Oh, God. hit 30 plus a bunch of years. Really? See, being a New Yorker, we never followed Toronto. Nine straight years hitting 30 plus. Oh, it's got to be Carlos Mencia. Beltran. It was definitely Carlos Mencia. Oh, I think Mencia is funnier. Okay. I don't know enough about trades and free agency to know anything about multi-team players. It's probably a catcher. No, it wasn't him. A's Legends? Well, they only had 3. They had McGuire, they had Raleigh, and they had Henderson. Oh, I guess, and Canseco. Did Ricky Henderson play for Seattle? See, I don't know. Apparently he doesn't exist. Oh, that's why. Did I get was it just the wrong Gurriel? I don't know. That's my way of copping out. Wow, not many big homers. Moises Alou. Oh my God, I should have known Moises Alou. One of my favorite players in history. Detroit. That's what it was. Nope. Unless all of the answers could be Caitlin Clark, I wouldn't know. Boy, I just realized I know more of these than I thought I would. All right, that's it. The answer for everything is LeBron. I don't know anything about basketball other than LeBron James. That's it. That's all I know. I know nothing else. Chris Love? Do you mean Kevin Love? Womp womp. Womp womp. Not him either. I just hate basketball. I was going to be honest with you. I absolutely hate basketball. Oh, how did I not know Tom Gugliotta? Assists, assists, assists. I mean, that's Bourbon's team. That's Don's team. Do we know anybody who even likes Colorado? Sakic had to have had 50 assists. That's all he did was pass the puck. You think Sid had 50 assists? Seems like a lot. He's a scoring guy. I guess he did. Hmm. I just hit the wrong one. It happens. There you go. 0.8%. There it is. Well, those people are cheating. Yeah, it sucks that people cheat and make things more difficult. All right, folks. That was fun. Yummy. Let's go see what Kate's doing. All right, folks. Listen, sumo tomorrow. I'm gonna have a pop quiz on Wednesday to see if anybody's watching. That's it. Next week we have, I think, one or two more projects coming out. So, listen, there's no lack of stuff available. I love each and every one of you. Take care of yourselves and each other. We can do this again next week. Yeah.